Hey, Bomb Squad, welcome to TNT 87. Let me turn this off here. I totally forgot this is on. Saturday show on a Sunday. Had my heater on because we've discussed how I was missing air conditioning for the hot days that began this summer. So I accidentally ran my place too cold. It's freezing in here. So I have the space heater on.
So instead of lowering the AC, you just turned the space heater on.
Yeah, I did, but it's still cold. Like I didn't realize it was too cold until 10 minutes ago. But Tones, how you doing? It's been what, 100 and how many hours since?
Yeah, it was 165 hours apparently. Because when we record, I have a little timer in case I got to put in any sound bites. I could kind of where in the episode to put them, and I forgot to stop it. So last time we recorded was 165 hours ago.
That's on us. That's our bad.
It's unacceptable.
What was the reason again? What happened?
No, I mean, it was just last week. We recorded last week. I guess it's just a full
It just seems like a ton.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of hours. Think about an hour. Think about 1 hour. Like how long you're at work sitting there, how long an hour takes. Now imagine 165. It's about 165 and a half hours, honestly.
Gotcha.
Well, started a little bit early today.
Yep. It's 1:30 on a Sunday, 1:50 on a Sunday. And we got a lot of good stuff to get into. Okay. We got our world famous segments. We got our classic 4-pack questions. Just a classic, no third wheel today. Just a classic TNT Bomb Squad. Before we get into the segments, so I brought this up pre-show. So I received a compliment the other day that was just one of the best compliments I've ever received. So for work, we had to do this product training, which is basically we go to our $5 million kitchen where our research chefs work.
Nice humble brag.
Yeah, no big deal. And we get split into like teams of 5 or whatever. And you have to cook up whatever like the chefs have planned for you. So we got to make sliders, but the idea was like just use the products, like be innovative. Like there's no recipe other than for some of the marinades and whatever. So I'm like, all right, I'll take responsibility for making the sliders, and you guys do the other stuff. All right, cool. So I grind up the meat. The first time I've ever ground up meat before, it was short rib meat.
Okay.
Yeah. So I grind that up. And then I put tablespoon of garlic, half tablespoon of sriracha seasoning, and a tablespoon of Montreal steak seasoning, which goes great with burgers.
Of course.
Put 2 eggs in there. And then I formed them into little sliders, grilled them up 3 minutes each side. And then before I grilled them, I made an aioli. So I used Kansas City classic barbecue sauce and mixed it with our new cowboy rub. And then also put a little garlic in there too. Mix that up with some mayonnaise. And then I spread that on the buns, which we toasted because we had some time. So we toasted every bun. Yeah. So I make these burgers and people are like looking at me like, listen, I don't want to brag. I know what I'm doing around a grill. Like it's impressive. People just happen to be watching it. And I'm on like this professional chef's fucking indoor,
Yeah,
grill.
you just got like a professional playground at your disposal, basically, right?
It was incredible. Yeah. So I have my sleeves rolled up and I'm just like flipping burgers, and then I go to serve them. So I serve the first bunch and then I have to go back and make the next 15 burgers. And while I'm making them, people are coming up to me and saying it's the best burger they've ever had. Like,
really?
Like these are incredible. And they really were. Like I cooked the meat perfectly, but the seasonings and the aioli that I made, one woman came in. This is the compliment. So she comes in the second batch. She's like the product development lady. She's a big deal at the company. So she tries one of the sliders and she says something to the effect of people would like travel to go get this burger.
Damn.
It's like, this would be like I would go far to go eat this burger. That's how good it is.
Wow. Hey, maybe instead of Tom's Subs, you got Tom's Burgers going,
We might have to call an audible at the line.
Yeah.
Like as much as I love the idea of Tom's Subs, like when you get a compliment like that, that's a calling.
I mean, between that burger and then my breakfast burger I made, and we could have a whole line of burgers.
Yeah. But as a guy who Ahern, former roommate, ran a burger joint in New York City, it just completely collapsed, that business.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It went completely out of business. There's a lot of internal corruption going on. I think his brother ran it for a few years, and I think it was a cash only burger place. And I think he would just take the cash out of the register when it was all said and done and go buy drugs. Like that's public knowledge.
Yeah.
And then Ahern went up and tried to salvage it, and like it was a disaster. I don't know if there's as much demand for burgers as there is subs. Like if you're gonna go tailgating, are you gonna go to Tom's Burgers? Or are you gonna go to Tom's Subs? I'm gonna go to Tom's Subs.
I'd rather have a burger from tailgate. I don't know. Like if I'm like at a game or something, like I'm in the mood, like I want something. I want some kind of meat that's been flame cooked.
That's
You
true.
know.
Maybe we could do both. I don't know. Maybe Tom Subs could have like the world famous Tom's Burger, but like those sliders that I made they were iconic.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sounds like it. I mean, yeah. I mean, restaurants are a tough business. So I mean, you always got to be on. You always got to be. Like I deal with restaurant owners. There's guys that are in there 7 days a week, every single day.
yeah, it doesn't sound fun.
Yeah.
From everybody I've met that owns a restaurant or like, just watching Food Network, it's definitely the most demanding business there is. If you're owning food, like it never stops and it's always work. Like, so that part of Tom Subs, I'm a little afraid of. It's probably why we haven't done it yet. That, and I don't have any money.
well, the sandwich shop's a little different. You can close, like, you don't have to be open like late night for a sandwich. You could just do, like, a lot of delis just do breakfast and lunch, like close around like 3-4 o'clock. You got the nights to yourself. But it's I mean, the best way to do it is, I mean, get like, someone that you trust to run the place, and you just like put the money in.
Yeah.
And you help out and stuff, but obviously you have to build it up yourself
I've been marketing this imagination business for like 10 years. Like it's very hard to find a person that lives in my town back at home in New Jersey. If you go up to them and say, "Hey, Tom Subs, what's it all about?" I'd say 5 out of 10 people will tell you it's about the bread.
About the bread, of course.
Like any person. Like, Tom Subs? Yeah, it's about the bread. They never had a Tom Sub. So the groundwork is there. We just have to make the sub. And the bread has to be out of this world.
Yeah.
The way I've hyped this bread up forever. It's got to be the best fucking bread you've ever had. But,
yeah, well, that's the whole other thing you got to work on. I mean, it's one thing making sliders, but baking delicious bread is another ball game, Yeah. You can't just put barbecue sriracha aioli on it. It's got to be the bread's got to be good.
Right. The bread's got to be able to handle the aioli, or else it's just going to make it a moist, disgusting sandwich.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that happened. So I don't know. I might just quit everything and start making burgers.
Yeah, we should get a food truck and just drive around like that movie Chef.
Yeah.
John Favreau,
and
awesome. Just make sliders all day.
I can do it.
Yeah.
I know how to make burgers. Like I can make, if you give me a big enough grill, I can get you 15 sliders in 6 minutes.
Yeah. What we do is we just get a bunch of sliders ready and we tweet out, we're going to be here. We're here till we sell out. We just sell all the burgers and go. And that's it. Make our money for the day. Relax. Work for like 2 or 3 hours. I'll be your sous chef. I'll slice and dice everything.
You're gonna have to be working the register too.
I'll work the register.
You got. I'm gonna be busy flipping patties.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
The aioli will be pre-made.
Yeah, oh no, yeah, you can't. I mean,
we got to get a meat grinder.
Okay, we'll get a meat grinder. Don't worry.
Oh man, it's genius. I mean, if only we had like a winning lottery ticket to be able to jump all in on an opportunity like this. I feel like brains like ours, they're just restrained because of cash flow issues.
Yeah, they're being wasted under the corporate tyranny.
Those bastards. But anyway, all right, let's jump into segments. Hit it, Taylor Hicks. All right, segment number 1. We have a horse race. It's been a while. All right, we're betting on Monmouth Park, my home racetrack. It used to be my home racetrack until sports betting ruined the goddamn place. I haven't been back since. Goddamn
communists.
Fucking assholes. Everybody's sports betting being legal is the greatest thing. It's like, fucking no, it's not. It's the worst. I'd so much rather go back to where we were before it was legal. I still haven't found the appeal of sports betting yet. The only thing I've had fun betting has been NBA, and I don't even watch it, but like that makes it a ton of fun.
Yeah, no, that's the only reason to watch it is you're betting on it. That's why I like betting on certain things. It's like I have no interest in like Women's World Cup. I don't care about that, but if I'm betting on it, I'll care.
Goddamn right, you're all in.
I went too far.
Get it back.
I'm at the gate.
Okay, we're at the gates. So we got Monmouth Park race 3. I got Papa Joel, the 3 horse, 6-1, $15 to win. Would be a nice little fucking win right here if we can get that. Who do you got?
The 4 horse. Don't remember his name. 4 horse. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
If he does anything good, but then we'll find out what his name is. But
yeah.
All right, we're in the gates. Let me get the volume up here, and we shall begin.
And our race is on.
All right, Papa
showing
Joel.
Good speed. Skipper Dancer's right there. Wildcat Blue coming through down toward the inside. So it's Wildcat Blue and Papa Joel. Those two go out best. Skipper Dancer.
Skipper Dancer. That's you.
Skipper Dancer, yeah.
Through down along the inside is High
Skipper
Flying
Dancer's in a
Guy.
tight spot.
Takes over that fourth spot.
Papa Joel
Papa
is in a
inside
nice
the fifth
spot,
position, a little wide for Social
but it's a
Network
long
there.
race.
Second last, and at the back early on is Six Shooter Junction as they make their way on the first turn.
Fuck, your guy's making a
Wildcat
move
Blue
here
there
around the
leads
first
by
turn. We're
11.5.
doing all 4 turns
Second
today.
spot, Papa Joel. 3 deep here for Skipper Dancer in third. Down along the inside, High Flying Guy saved all the ground into that backstretch run. It's 3 more then. Back to St. Padraig and Social.
This is just a good race right now.
Yeah.
Come on, Papa Joel.
Six-shooter junction.
Let's go, Skipper Dancer.
Skipper Dancer's fading it a little bit.
Quarter mile. And it's Wildcat Blue and Jose Ferrer now letting out a notch in front by 3.
This 2-horse who's winning right now has too big of a lead, right? And we're coming around the last 2 turns.
The most dangerous lead in sports.
Yes.
3 more to Social Network. That one is 2.5 in advance of St.
All right, the field is starting to catch up to the 2-horse here.
String out a bit toward the far turn.
Papa Joel specifically closing in with Skipper Dancer.
Skipper Dancer make a little move too, coming around the outside.
Papa Joel and Skipper Dancer coming in.
Those two trying to come after this long-time leader. They're 2.5 in front of High Flying Guy, who's now back to 4th. But as they come
on, Papa Joel.
Take some catching to get to
Let's go, Skipper. Let's go, Skipper.
All right, we're coming around Hell's Corner.
Almost 4, maybe 5. Wildcat Blue starting to pull
Big
away
lead
from
that we need to
the
close.
battle on for second, though, is Papa Joel. On the
wide
outside,
turn,
Skipper
Jeez.
Dancer.
like that.
It's a
Oh,
blowout.
Network even running on is now 5th.
Break your leg.
15th to go.
Collapse.
Wildcat Blue is well clear.
Wildcat Blue.
wow, he's pulling away with it.
Skipper Dancer, Papa
Done.
Joel battling out.
We did our best.
Wildcat Blue.
Who's
going to
win between us?
Should have bet the
Dancer.
fucking show.
Oh, Skipper Dancer beat Papa Joel. Fuck you.
Should have bet the show. Fuck.
Yeah, but then when you bet the show, they win, and it's just
Yeah, it's like I should have bet to win.
ugh. That's all right. That's okay. Let's go on. Let's go to our second segment here, which is Atone's Bones. You got any bones to pick?
I don't know if I've done this before. I don't think I have. I've been pretty smooth sailing recently, but this is just kind of a general bone. When you're in a drive-through line, stop me if I've said this. And like people just don't pull up like right away. Like the cars in front of them are moving up, but they're just sitting there like looking at their phone or whatever.
That's the worst.
Yeah, it's just like I know like there's still like 2 or 3 cars ahead before we even get to the window. But it's like just fucking move, okay? Because like I'm still sitting here at the speaker awkwardly. And whenever I do that, I pause whatever I'm listening to because I don't want like I don't know. I just don't want like blasting like my music or my podcast like in their ear. Like the people think, so just move forward so I can keep listening to my Joe Rogan podcast. You know, I'm talking about fucking DMT trips or whatever. Like, and they're just sitting there on their phone, and then like you don't want to honk because you're just sitting in the line. It's not like you don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, that's an awkward honk. It's not like a red light turning green, and they're sitting there for 3 seconds. Like I'll give you 3 seconds in that scenario, and I'm going to give you a fucking honk. Especially if I see your head tilted down, you're not looking at the road. But put your fucking phone away.
See, I've perfected like the subtle, like the beep, like the little beep, just a little like oh shit, like because I'm not gonna lay on the horn for like because I've done that before. Whatever, I've been looking at my phone at a light, I've done that, so I'm not gonna like lay on the horn because I'm not an asshole. But I'll give them a little beep. Yeah, let's get their attention, a little perk up a little bit. But yeah, no, if you're at a like when I'm sitting in the drive-through line, like I'm so ready for my food. I'm sitting there, hands at 10 to 2. Like foot on the brake, ready. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm just staring straight ahead, waiting for the car to move. And like I'll even start creeping up, even if the car hasn't moved. Like I'll just so I feel the progress of movement, Yeah. But yeah, so if you're at a drive-through,
just fucking put your phone away in general. As a guy who does a lot of driving and sees a lot of shit out there on the roads, those people who text and drive, I got the do not disturb feature on when I'm driving. Okay. If you need me, call me. Yeah, that's easy. But like I see people trying to do it like it's nothing, and you just kind of you veer out of your lane. It's like, bro, we're going 80 miles an hour right here, driving thousands of pounds of steel.
Yeah.
You fuck up, you're gonna kill everybody around us. Is it that important to be texting whoever it is right now? If it is that important, just fucking call them.
Yeah, or pull over. And if it's that important, you have to urgently send a text that bad. Fucking pull over, like you said, call them, do something else. Don't put me at risk because you want to fucking send a fucking poop emoji or something,
Yeah. I don't know. It's just so hard to fucking accept the fact that people are so goddamn stupid and ignorant about so many things. And I know it's kind of just going into a rant stemming from people taking 10 seconds longer than usual to pull up at fucking McDonald's. drive through, but it's true. It's just it's a total fucking lack of respect for other human beings on the goddamn road.
Absolutely. People are selfish.
People are fucking selfish. That's right.
That's what it comes down to, is they're selfish. They want to look at their phones and they're selfish.
Like when I see a light turn green and I'm behind him and like we're still sitting there, like I just I quickly, like the thermometer raises very fast when I'm just like fucking go. The only people I'll really lay down on the horn for is, no offense, but when I see that goddamn mustard plate New York license plate in my town, because they're all assholes. Not saying that all New York, I love New York, but like the New Yorkers that come to my town in the summer are the biggest fucking assholes. Bennies, that's what we call them.
The Bennies.
The Bennies. The fucking richest people on planet Earth who are tax exempt. They drive the Range Rovers, the BMWs and shit like that. And they cause accidents and traffic and stuff like that. But if you're at a red light and it turns green and you're not moving for 2 seconds, I'm laying on the fucking horn. You're going to be in my town, you better be ready to fucking go.
My town, my rules. Let's go.
Let's get out of here. So I have a couple bones, but they're repeats. They're just bones that resurfaced.
Okay.
Fucking this morning, called it an omelet. Guess what? There's a fucking race.
Race?
Another fucking race. The city's on fucking lockdown. This time I called immediately. I was like, there's a fucking race. I didn't know about it. And they're like, thanks for calling this quick after you ordered it. So couldn't go get it. I had to go drive to the opposite side of the city because like you can take the highway and avoid all that shit and get there and get breakfast. Like there's no way to get to Dunkin' Donuts this morning. I was losing it, screaming out the window. Again, the same joke. Get a fucking treadmill, you losers. I was heated. But the main bone I have, which is another repeat bone, the fucking bums in this city, man. There needs to be a memo sent out that, like, I'd say 9 out of 10 people walking by do not carry cash on them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's just all debit card. So for me to give him change on the way out, I'd have to do the cash back thing on like the 7. I'm not giving you $5 fucking, dude. Yeah. Sorry that you fucked up. I don't know how you're on the streets, but you are. It's not my fucking fault.
Yeah.
And they're just, like, I'm dressed nice for work. And they see me and they're just like, really? You can't spare me $1? I was like, I don't fucking have $1 to give. If you want me to buy you something in 7-Eleven, happy to do it. You ask me for some milk, I'll buy you some fucking milk. I can't give you any money because I don't fucking have any. I'm not going to the ATM. I'm not doing the cash back thing. It's your fault that you're fucking homeless. So don't yell at me. I don't have anything. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. And it's so awkward because I go to the same 7-Eleven and Dunkin' Donuts every morning, and it's the same fucking bums every single morning that I have to fucking confront and tell them no.
Yeah, it's like, look, you know, we have this established. You know, I don't carry cash. We've been over this. Like, I don't know why. Like,
they don't even know what a debit card is. They're just like they're like, really, like, seriously, though, I get it. Like, you use a card, but like $1, you don't have $1. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, you fucking bum, if you keep this fucking up.
You want to go, bum?
You want to fucking go? I'm fucking do it right now because I'm heated because I probably woke up to another parking ticket, and like, yeah, I'm thinking of
going on.
I haven't gotten one in 3 days.
Okay, that's good.
So I figure I learned that if I park in the same exact spot and keep that sign out in the window, it works. But if I have to do something at night and I lose my parking spot, I'm gonna get a ticket. That's how they're thinking out there. So I have that going on, and I have to wake up to it, and that's when I go straight to 7-Eleven in the morning. And the bum is the first person I encounter in my day after I've gotten the ticket. The last fucking person I want to see is the bums outside of 7-Eleven.
You should just like fan the tickets in his face. Like, see what I have to pay for? Like this, I can't
would love to give you $1, but I fucking owe it all to the city. Yeah. Maybe if you got off your ass and got a fucking job and stop fucking doing whatever it is that you do as a homeless man, you wouldn't have to sit outside the 7-Eleven and beg the same fucking people every day for $1.
Whatever it is you do.
There's a one guy, I was wearing my Bucks quarter zip, and he was like, Tampa Bay, let's go Bucks. And I was like, I walked out and I gave him $20 for good karma. I went to the ATM and I gave him $20 and I said, let's go Bucks, pal. And he was like, thank you so much. He was so happy. I see him every day still. It's like that never happened.
He's still asking for money.
He's, hey man, like sorry to bother you, but like any little bit can help. I was like, I give you $20. Like for homeless people, the currency exchange is probably like that's probably worth $1 million to you. Like how did you spend that already? What did you buy? Crack?
I don't know if I told this story on here, but when I was doing the sales job, I used to go. There's a couple weekends in a row where I go to Paterson, New Jersey. Just because it's a real busy bumping place down there. There's a lot of people out there on the weekend, especially if it's a nice day. So I went down there because there was a lot of foot traffic and stuff. But the first weekend I was there, it's not a nice area at all.
No.
Very, very ratchet. But this guy comes up to me. He's wearing like a construction kind of outfit. He's got the work boots, like the dirty jeans, like the fucking highlighter vest or whatever. He's like, listen, man, like, I hate to do this, but I was here with the crew. We were doing a job and then they left without me. I don't have any money, but like I need this much. And he showed me on like a piece of paper. He's like, I need this much money for this train to get to this bus, to take this ferry to get back to New York. Like he had it all laid out and it seemed like it made sense. So I was like, you know what, man, here's a couple bucks. I gave it to him. I was there the next weekend. Same guy, same outfit, same story, comes up and does the same thing. I was like, bro, I gave you like $3 last weekend. Get the fuck out of my face. I'm not giving you anything.
$3. Enough's enough, bum.
I mean, how like it's not like sure it cost maybe like $20 to get back to New York, wherever the fuck he was from. So that's like a good portion of the journey. I mean, getting back over there, that's at least a train ride, Yeah. But I was just like, bro, like he was smart with it. Like he had the whole thing broken down. He's like, I need like $650 to get a train ticket for this, and I need another $10 for the bus ride. Like he had it all broken down, and he had it like a script. It was like a sales script.
Yeah.
And he was just going around getting literally the same guy in the same spot 1 week apart.
What do you think? What's the main cause that gets people to be homeless people? Do you think it's them getting into drugs, or do you think it's like their family abandoned them and like there's just no income and they just end up there, and then crack happens? Because I mean, if I became homeless that way, I would for sure get into crack.
It's probably a combination. It's probably a couple different factors, but drugs is definitely one of them. Mental illness is a big one too, where it's just like if you're just kind of crazy, maybe you can't hold down a job,
Right.
Like if you're one of these guys that's jerking off on the subway, like
you're probably not qualified for many jobs. If you're doing that.
Exactly. So it's a common. I'm sure there's definitely some people that I don't want to say deserve to be homeless, but have earned it, and there's other people that are just kind of a victim of circumstance.
Yeah.
To
I'm struggling to have any sympathy for them these days.
It's tough when like you see them every day and they bug you every day. It's almost like a gnat. It's like, get away. Like, you're back again. Like, swatting flies.
Find a fucking shower and then go find a help wanted sign and fucking go in and ask if you can have it. Like, I'm sure people are like nice enough, especially today. Like, probably people who would love to give a homeless guy a shot. Like you get 1 week to clean yourself up and come to work every day and do this, that. And that's the start. But these guys just want to keep getting handouts outside of 7-Eleven and then go spend it on whatever it is that they spend it on. That's nothing productive.
And that's the thing is like you said, you offered to buy the guy stuff inside. Like if you really wanted to use it for food, you would have taken some food.
Yeah. Like there's one bum who knows how to work me. He's just like, hey, I'm sorry to bother you again, but you think you can get me a pack of smokes? I'm like, you got it. Yes, I can do that. Like if you're going to be homeless, I can give you a pack of cigarettes. Like they're expensive, but like that's something I can get behind.
Yeah.
But if you're just like, if you're going to sit there and keep asking me for straight cash, like you need to get with the times, bums. You need to understand what to ask for.
Yeah. Yeah, or get like a card reader,
Yeah, get the fucking Apple swipe thing, get an iPad. Yeah, but man, just like we got to clean these bums up, man. We should for TNT. We should find. I should get one of these bums from 7-Eleven. We should just give them a makeover, a bum makeover.
Yeah, just give them a shave, give them a haircut.
Give them $60 and tell them to go to Hot Topic.
Hot Topic
comes out with a John Cena shirt and some earrings.
Looks good.
Like, see, now you look good.
I
look worse than I did before. We'll go to Annie Ann's, get a pretzel, and then I'll put him back on the streets where he belongs.
Then he's out of $60.
Yeah. We should honestly get a bum for the podcast. That would be incredible. The stories of the streets.
The whole segment, street stories.
Give us some fucking stories of what it's like living out there.
We just got to get a guy like Cricket and Always Sunny, where we just always bring him in and just like torment him.
The TNT bum.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure he'd do it. If we give him like $60, like I just don't want him on my couch.
We just give him a crack rock per episode.
I don't want to he can go get that himself. I don't even know what crack is, to be honest.
I don't even know where to find it. I wouldn't know.
I've seen it in the movies. People like, crystal meth. Is it the same thing? Crack, crystal meth?
No, crack is you like mix cocaine and you like cook it a certain way. And
is that the one? It's the one with the spoon, right?
No, it's heroin.
Oh,
crack is like a rock and you put it like in a little pipe and you smoke it.
Oh.
And heroin, you inject. Meth is you kind of. I know too much about this. Not that I've ever done it.
Well, you've
but
watched a lot of TV.
yeah. I watched a lot more black movies, I guess, than you have, where crack is more prevalent.
Right.
But anyway, yeah. So
All
we'll get a homeless guy. We're working on it.
We'll work on getting a homeless guy.
Homeless Steve.
I'll go to 7-Eleven, but I need you on a podcast. If you here's $60, meet me at this address at 4 p.m.
You'd have to go find like a different studio. I don't know if you'd want them in your house.
Yeah, we'd have to do it from like a Starbucks.
Right. It's like when you feed a deer and
he's gonna keep coming back.
Yeah. Unless you blindfold them and bring them there, and then blindfold them, take them out, which seems like too much work. Yeah, just bring them to a Starbucks.
Yeah, deal. I'm genuinely gonna probably ask one of the bums like next week and see if he'll say yes, and we'll have
it's a podcast.
All right, let's get to our third segment here, which is it was all a dream. So you have dream backups here.
Yeah,
I have a good one. I'm gonna start.
Okay.
This happened the other day. My uncle, who wakes up at 4 in the goddamn morning, texts me and ruined the dream. I was having the best dream ever. So I don't think I've ever had a more pleasant dream ever. So basically, it was me and 3 buddies. I can only remember one kid. I don't know why he was there. I haven't seen him since like Little League, but he was there. He was like, it was like we known each other forever. Me, him, and then 2 buddies. We're just on this cool trip, and we're on the beach, and we're just having a good time, just relaxing in the sun. And then we go on a boat on the bay, and we ride the boat for like what seemed like hours. And then the dream got really great. Was the next morning we're like in a clubhouse, like a country clubhouse, and we're having breakfast, and they give me a pot of coffee and leave it on the table. And we just spent like 10 minutes talking about how there's no better place than a diner that gives you a pot of coffee instead of giving you a cup at a time and then going to handle their 6 other tables and you're sitting there with no coffee for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's just, they give you the pot. There's your coffee. You're set for breakfast, like as much coffee as you want. And we're talking about how it's the greatest thing ever. And then my uncle texted me about the leftovers and it straight up woke me up. I yelled at him. I was just like, do you realize what you've done? I was sitting there having the best breakfast after the best fucking vacation with my 4 best friends. And you text me at 5:30 in the morning to tell me that the leftovers stinks right now.
Just couldn't wait a couple hours.
Wait until 9. I don't need to know this now.
Yeah.
No sense of fucking time. I was like you before I told you what a bone. When you would text me while you were at work, you would send me at 4:30, like, oh, I just came up with a segment idea. I was like, I don't care. I'm sleeping, and you woke me up.
Yeah. See, I sleep through everything. Like you could text me, you could call me. I'm sleeping through that shit. It doesn't bother me. So that's why I just assume though, just send it. But apparently you get a little bitchy sleeper. I don't know.
I sleep through anything when it's me fresh hitting the pillow because I've most likely had a lot of beers. So I could just I'll fall asleep. But then once it gets towards 5 in the morning, I probably have a bladder full of piss that I'm trying to ignore.
Yeah.
And then my phone's near me. So once the phone kind of makes noise, my body recognizes the fact that I have to take a piss. And as much as I don't want to move, I'm like, I can't fall back asleep unless I piss. And then I'll go piss and I'll look at Twitter and my eyes just completely open up and I'm awake.
You're awake.
But yeah, that was the dream. Great.
Okay. Great dream. So I had a pretty good dream. I had a couple, but I had a pretty good dream too. I'll start with the good one, then the not so good ones. So I was playing dodgeball, right? It was fun.
Nice.
It was fun. I was fucking some people up. I went 3 or 4 straight games where I didn't get out, and I was just drilling. It was great. It was great. You can't ask for a better start to a dream. And then it got better. So I got out, right, and I was pissed. I went and sat on the sideline, and this girl just came up to me and just started sucking my dick on the sideline.
Whoa.
Yeah, out of nowhere. While the game was going on, everyone was just running around, ignoring the fact.
Did anybody see it?
No, I don't think so. I kind of turned a little bit. I did this thing where I turned and I kind of half crossed my legs, so it was blocking her head and my dick. Yeah. And it was one of the first sex dreams I had in a while where I actually finished. So
you did?
I did. It was so
possible. I've never had that in my entire life. So what's do you just wake up to a fucking goo storm?
No, well, it was weird because I finished in the dream, but it wasn't I finished, but I knew that I finished. It was weird. I don't know. I didn't actually.
So it wasn't a wet dream.
No, it wasn't a wet dream, but it was I actually did Like she had a mouthful of cum. So
Damn.
I finished.
Good for you.
Yeah. And it progressively gets worse. The dreams. This one was short and to the point. I was supposed to wake up for work. It was like one of these days I was supposed to be there at 6, and I woke up at like 8.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, oh, I'm running late. I was like, I should probably get going, but I just kept kind of putting it off. And then out of nowhere, so we get these crates of lobsters, right? It's like a big plastic crate. You carry about 100 pounds of lobsters usually. And there's just one sitting in my room. Like, I don't know how it got there. I guess maybe my boss showed up, was pissed. He's like, here, if you're not going to come to work, I'm bringing work to you. So I have this huge crate of lobsters, and they start like shedding their shell. So it's like when a snake sheds its skin.
Right. Yeah.
And so like these things are like shedding their shells, and they're like all kind of like wet and slippery and like jelly-like, and then they just start pissing everywhere. It's all over my room. They're just like pissing. Like there's like dozens of lobsters just pissing everywhere. I woke up after that. So I don't know if you want to read into that.
That's just work stress right there. The piss part, like, I mean, yeah, it's a metaphor. Like your work is just like taking a piss on you.
Yeah, everywhere. So this one's a bit of a doozy. So stick with me here. There was like this deserted house, and in the bottom of the deserted house was an old like haunted lab. I guess they were like running some science experiments there or whatever. And there was ghosts in the lab.
To say the least.
It was haunted. So yeah, there was ghosts naturally. And one of them got out. Like they were like trapped in these like rooms where you could like see them through like the mirror, and they were like angry ghosts. They're just like, whatever. They're trying to get out. And then somehow one of them got out. And the ghost would go and bite somebody, and if they bit that person, they turn into a zombie.
Oh,
so we're crossing streams all over the place here in terms of genres. So then that kind of started like a zombie infestation sort of thing. So there was, it turned into a zombie movie after that. But it was weird because like the zombies would be chasing you, but if you like, let's say we're running and like we're kind of separated, and I just start yelling your name, I'm like, Tom, go for Tom, go for Tom. He'll go for you.
Dick.
So I know I'm not saying I did that, but you can call out like if you like there's someone you don't like and they're like you're about to get chased, you just start yelling that person's name, and if they're close enough by, then it'll go.
What you want?
Yeah. So it was doing stuff like that, but it was weird. Like, so everyone was kind of like in my house, and I was like in my basement was like the safe zone sort of thing. And then once a day, for whatever reason, we would all have to go get supplies at the same time. So it would just be a mad dash from like my house to like where the supplies were, and we just run. You see people getting taken out like left and right. Like it was just like we had to sprint there and get the shit and sprint back. I don't know why we didn't just stock up so we didn't have to do it every day, but every day we just had to make like a mad dash. And every day there was less of us and more of them, and it was just like,
damn.
It was getting towards the end. I finally woke up.
Who let the one ghost out?
I don't remember. I don't know if it was like an accident. Like
it might have been like a fuck up in the end. You know?
Yeah, it might have been like a Chernobyl kind of thing where it was just like a someone fucked up and it fucked everything up. So I don't know. It was it was weird. It wasn't like it sounds like a nightmare, but it wasn't. It was just more stressful than anything. I wasn't like terrified. I was just
that was like my the classic dream I had with the demon people, with
the
McDonald's demon people. Yeah, like I wasn't scared, but I was like, this is fucking horrifying, but I'm not scared. It's just like weird.
Yeah. Oh, and Rick Grimes was there. The guy from Walking Dead. He was like
Rick.
He was like part of the group, and he was just like, we were trying to figure out again a better system for getting supplies. He's like, we don't all need to go.
He would know.
It's like we need to get some stuff and some things that we got to hold on to. But I was like, Rick, what are you doing here?
Good dreams.
Yeah,
nice. Creative brain.
It's been going crazy. Like these last 2 weeks, I've just been having dreams out the ass. Like I don't know.
Are you taking like the CBD gummies for sleep or?
No, I mean like I'll take them when I get home from work. I actually ran out. I haven't had any this week, but
that's probably what it was.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. It's probably something like that. But I never took them right before bed. I'd always take them right when I got home from work. And I would have
I think it's scientifically proven, and I can pretty much back this 1,000%. Is when if you smoke weed every single day, like I do, but then you don't smoke it for like 2 days or 3 days, you're gonna get these kinds of dreams.
Oh yeah, no, wait, that happened to me when I first stopped smoking, or when you start smoking again, it happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been like kind of in a state of homeostasis for a couple months now.
Nice word.
Thank you. In terms of that, so I don't know where this is coming from, but
Yeah.
and there was actually a few more that I just forgot to write down because I was just like too tired when I woke up from them. I was like, because it was like 3 a.m. Like, I'm going back to sleep, so I just didn't write them down. I forgot them. But yeah, it's been like 2 or 3 dreams a night. It's been like,
damn. We'll keep them coming.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our 4th segment, which is a new segment. Thank you, Mark Wahlberg. It's called Go Away. But before we get into Go Away, I have to take a piss really badly.
Okay.
So give me a minute.
Yeah, go away, Tom. Oh, baby. Oh, come on. Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right, I'm back. So, Go Away, pretty self-explanatory. We just got to tell whoever's just needs to go the fuck away.
Mm-hmm.
So, who do you got? The inaugural get out of here.
Go away.
The Go Away.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is relatable to a lot of the listeners, but Jonathan Holder, go the fuck away. Reliever for the New York Yankees. Every time he comes in, he gives up runs.
Yeah.
And they keep pitching him for some reason in high leverage situations. I don't get it. Like did you watch the game last night?
I did not.
So we were up 4-2. Tanaka pitched 6 innings, right? Going into the 7th, you figure, okay, they go Ottavino, they go Canley, whatever, Britton maybe. They bring Holder in and immediately gives up a 3-run home run to give up the lead.
Yeah.
Like, just doesn't even get it out. Gives up like 2 base hits and then gives up a home run to this rookie, this guy Alvarez, who's fucking scary. He's I don't know if you looked at his numbers, but he's just hits bombs. But regardless, and they keep, I know it's not everyone watches the Yankees or is a Yankee fan or watches baseball or whatever, but like this guy has just been tormenting me for weeks. And I don't understand like why they just bring him into all these high leverage situations.
We've been like that forever. It seems like Girardi always had his guy that no matter what he would put in and he would fuck it up, and Girardi would just keep doing it until the guy could like finally try to find a way to mentally. Because like it's usually a case of they always have the stuff, but mentally they fucking collapse. And the more you keep putting them out there, the more they're gonna fuck it up. Like they're not just gonna like find it. It's not like golf,
right? Well, and so like that happened with Chad Green this year. I mean, he was great in the past, and then he just lost it for whatever reason. They sent him to the minors. Now he's good. He's back. But this guy Holder never had it.
Right.
Like he never had to begin with. So I don't know what they see in this guy. Why they just decide, oh yeah, he could pitch in the 7th inning and what basically feels like a playoff game. I mean, this whole series has felt like a playoff series because
it's probably just like I mean, Boone is just a crazy like I'm not putting in a righty if there's like 3 lefties coming up.
Well, he's not even like honestly, it's all the fucking analytics nerds.
Yeah,
Like when it comes to actual like bullpen moves and like lineups and stuff, I don't think he sets most of that. That's all the analytics guys.
yeah.
Like,
He
this
doesn't
guy is like
himself, but he blindly follows the analytics, and
right.
his moves.
Yeah, and at some point you just got to be like, this guy Holder fucking sucks. Like,
Right.
what do we do?
That's what baseball's all about. Like fucking Girardi with his goddamn binder drove me insane. I was so happy to see him go. I don't care what anybody says. I fucking hated that guy. And Boone, I love just because he's not a nicer guy, just a guy I'd rather have a beer with by far than Girardi.
Yeah.
But he's just blindly following analytics too, because it's like I'm kind of over my head in this job. But like, you have to be able. You can totally do the analytics stuff, but like have common sense. Like this guy fucking sucks. Like
right.
Why not pitching him tonight?
I don't know what kind of analytics they can see in Holder. I mean, the only reason why I could see them pitching him so much is because you can't use like your big three every night. Like
Right.
I get that. It's a long season. Well, then go find someone you can fucking use instead of Holder. Like, why him? Like, I'm sure there's somebody in the minors we have right now that could pitch better than Jonathan Holder.
Maybe it's like a little rebellion move by Boone saying, I'm going to keep marching him out here to show Cashman how badly we need another arm in the bullpen.
We really don't. I mean, that's like the thing is we
haven't in years. We've always had the best bullpen the last decade.
Yeah.
Not the best starters. That's why we're not winning any World Series.
I mean, we have like 3 or 4 legit closers on our team.
Yeah. And I mean, it's really like Betances is so good, but when he's bad, he is so awful.
Yeah.
It's so risky putting him in no matter what.
Yeah, he's the biggest but it's weird because like he'll go through weeks where he's just unhittable.
Betances hasn't let up a hit in 25 innings. Like,
Yeah.
like you put him in a playoff game or you put him in like September and it's like fucking yabo. Then we take him out and it's tie game. It's a funny team. Those Yankees, I'll tell you, like we're so good, but I still have zero confidence in winning a world championship this year, just because of the pitching.
If we had one more, like we talked about this, I think if we had one more like ace or an ace, like I think we're the favorite. We're the favorite between the bullpen and our lineup is fucking terrifying.
I'll tell you what I did watch yesterday. I did watch Dallas Keuchel pitch his debut for the Braves yesterday, and he was awful.
Yeah,
he was terrible. He let up 5 runs in 3 innings, I think.
Oof.
I hit all over the yard. Like there's a reason why, like I had him on my fantasy baseball team for a few years, so I watched a lot of his games. When he won the Cy Young, he had a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and then he was always going 7 Ks, and I think he kept his ERA like under 2.5. But now he's got an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. Like you're not going to get big money for it, and he was being such an asshole about it. It's like, dude, you don't throw 90 anymore. You can't even touch 90. Like, why would I give you this much money? Of course, the Braves are like, we have a good staff. We just need like one guy, and we have the space. Like, let's get him, and that's what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have hated if we got him. He wouldn't have been the answer, but he at least would have been like some insurance, I guess, like a guy that could go out there and give you 5 or 6 innings,
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But yeah, Jonathan Holder, go away.
Go away. Mine is another non-relatable one. Sorry about this, Bomb Squad. This guy, Thomas Bassinger. I cannot fucking stand this guy, and I'm gonna fucking send it to him maybe after we're done. We'll see how the rant comes out. It's very rare for me to really hate somebody like this, but he's basically a Bucks Twitter blue check mark who spends his days looking at the negatives in every single fucking thing there is to look at in Bucks football, which is fine because we've sucked for 10, 11 years. But I mean, now his newest thing these last 2 weeks is talking about how overrated Mike Allstott is. And it's just a desperate thing to get clicks.
Yeah.
But this is the first time I've been engaging with like a Twitter troll. It seems like he's a professional troll, but he's not. He's a fucking Darren Ravel loser.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, stop bringing up Allstott's fucking numbers. He was never about the numbers. There's the fucking, like, there's just the stuff about him when he's on the field makes everybody better. The stuff that you can't get with statistics. And when you did give him the ball, a lot of the times it was fucking awesome. And a lot of the times it sucked, just like any player. He wasn't a tailback. He's a fucking fullback. He made the Pro Bowl.
What do you expect? Yeah, I mean, he wasn't a wide receiver or, it wasn't one of these skill positions. Like, he's a fullback. Like, you can't really measure so much you quantify the effect of a fullback just through numbers,
Well, he thinks he can. And he brings up all the numbers with all these stupid stats saying, like, look at Allstott's decline. Like, his worst year was the year they won the Super Bowl, this and that. And I keep firing back at him, and he quote tweets me. And he's like, again, like, here's another Bucks fan who like doesn't understand what I'm talking about. Like you think you get it, but you don't. Then I'll fire back. I'll just be like, you're a fucking asshole, you know. And you know, like you keep. It's like I'm falling into his traps.
Yeah.
But he's starting to really rile people up. He's been around forever. He's a fucking loser. It's, his fucking profile picture is him sitting alone on a beach, like looking out at the ocean. It's like, yeah, nice dude. Like,
go get a girlfriend.
No wonder you're lonely. He's probably got a wife, but who gives a shit? She's probably fat.
She probably hates him.
She probably hates him. She's probably like, like, oh, look at our anniversaries. Like, yeah, well, if you look back at the last 10 years of our marriage, it's actually declined statistically.
Yeah. This is actually the worst meal you've made all week, honey.
If we go back to the meatloaf last Monday, it's steadily declined. Meal quality has declined. Like you need to step it up. And then she'll say something, but I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just pointing out the numbers. Yeah. I'm just a statistics guy.
Numbers never lie.
I'm Thomas Passenger. Fuck you, Thomas Passenger. Go the fuck away. I hate your guts. And I'm such a pussy. I unfollowed him this morning. And now I feel like it's a trap to follow him back because I still want to see more. But like I'll get drunk and he says things that just trigger the fuck out of me. Very hard to trigger me. But the one thing that will fucking trigger me is when you start sending out all these tweets saying that Mike Allstott sucks. That's a hill I die on. That's one of like the 6 hills in my life that I will die.
No, I mean, it's like, basically your franchise's most beloved player.
My favorite athlete of all time.
Yeah, and he's just sitting there saying, he sucks. He's overrated.
Yeah, that's what he does. That's what he does all day now.
It's like if someone came up and said, Derek Jeter was overrated, or like Mariano was overrated, or Pettit was overrated, like all of this stuff. And it's just like, dude, shut the fuck up. Go away. Go away.
Go away. Go away. Oh, man. Okay. Let's get to our 5th and final segment here, which is Bingeaholics. So this is kind of a short one because I fucked up yesterday. I was supposed to watch Big Little Lies, and I accidentally I put Black Mirror on because it's another one I didn't watch. So I watched the first episode of Black Mirror where the prime minister has to fuck a pig because they kidnapped the princess. That was all right. I mean, I got the shock value. I already had the spoilers. It was
Yeah, that wasn't the best episode.
I also wasn't really in any mood to watch TV shows yesterday. I was just like kind of doing my thing on Saturday night. But Tones told me to watch the first episode, season 5 of Black Mirror.
Striking Vipers.
Yeah. And it was remarkable. What an episode of a TV show.
So there's obviously, there's a reason why I gave you this episode specifically, which is stuff. Gonna lead to a fucking stone cold.
Is it gay?
Is it gay?
So, I'll propose the question: is it gay if there is a virtual reality video game available, like they were playing? What's the Mortal Kombat?
It was like Street Fighter kind of, Mortal Kombat.
And one guy is the chick, and the other guy is the guy that they're best friends, and they've been playing the video game forever. And then they just start fucking in the game. And the guy who plays the girl says it's the best sex ever, and he can't get enough of it. But the guy who's the guy is married with kids and everything. So it's like a fucked up, like, is it cheating? Is it not? It's all just a video game, but you get all the pleasure of sex, but it's like, you're 2 video game characters.
Right. Yeah. It's it's tough because, like you said, the guy has a family and everything, but then you can tell while this is going on, he's like not present. He's not there, and the wife thinks he's cheating on him, which like maybe he is kind of like, it's hard because, there's nothing like this in our world right now.
No,
where you could just go have like virtual sex and have it feel like amazing. And
there were some plot holes because they did fight in the beginning and like they simulate the pain and all that stuff, but like, if you're feeling the pain of a Street Fighter video game, you're probably going to die.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not actually like getting the pain inflicted, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how it works. I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But they definitely felt the good stuff. That's for sure.
Right. So then they end up getting into an alley. Like after it's like enough is enough. Like, are we gay or is it just something like weird? And they go and they meet up in an alley and they kiss and they're like, no, we're not gay. I think you're just in love with the Japanese video game thing. But the question is it gay? The guy who plays the girl.
Yeah.
They're making out. Like you have to fucking like he made the first move.
That's right. So he's making out with the guy.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to take on the persona of a girl. Is it gay? I think yes, indeed, it is 1,000% gay.
Okay. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's weird. It's definitely weird because, I mean, in his real life, he wasn't gay. You know, he was always with these like younger, like pretty girls or whatever. But for some reason in this video game, when he was a girl, which maybe he's one of these guys that feels, was born in the wrong body kind of thing, and maybe
Transgender? I don't.
Yeah.
Think so. I don't think that's what this show was trying to do. I don't. If he was transgender, I think they would have highlighted that a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I'm sure getting fucked if you're a girl feels like $1 million.
Right. Maybe that's like the sensation he, fell in love with.
But they're making love. They're making out. They're kissing every parts of their body, and he's just getting railed. They're in love. Like the two dudes are in love. It's just, but it's through video game characters. I think they're both gay.
Yeah, even the guy who's banging the girl, like, yeah, it's your buddy inside that. It's like it's weird because like,
if we were to do that, it would be gay. Like if we were to, were, it would be a total like gay in the closet like relationship being held like away from your wife.
Yeah, and the fact that they were hiding it too kind of added another level of stigma to it.
Why didn't they try both being girls and having lesbian sex?
Like scissoring? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they never changed characters. Like, why wouldn't you want to try like a different guy? Maybe he's got a different size dick, like, or maybe a different girl. Maybe she's got bigger titty, whatever. Like they never like expect. I guess they just had because they had their characters from when they were younger.
Yeah, and he never changed characters, right?
Yeah,
but I was looking at that from like a in-depth thing. Like, I think that they had a little man crush on each other this entire time, and this is the only way that they could fucking act on it.
Yeah, that's. Maybe, but then like,
when they kissed in the alley, I'll tell you what. Before any words were spoken, they enjoyed it. I'm telling you that.
Maybe so. You say they were just acting like they didn't enjoy it. Like, no, I'm not fucking gay.
Denial. Gay denial.
Yeah. I ain't fucking gay, bro.
Exactly. Exactly. But meanwhile, you're gonna go and play video games. You're gonna be the chick and get fucked. Like that's gay. That's very gay.
Yeah, I guess. I'm trying to. It's tough, man. I don't know. It's because it's such a different, anything different from anything we've ever like had to experience.
I'm gonna make you uncomfortable.
All right.
We're playing this video game. All right. I'll be the chick because I'm gay. All right. You're the guy, but I play a real hot chick, and we get to go to this virtual reality thing. Are you gonna fuck me, knowing that it's me?
Depending on how you're dressed.
I'm dressed like a slut.
Probably.
Damn.
I don't know. But that's the thing is like I don't know because like what if, like what if I'm in that situation and just the mood strikes right? Maybe I had a couple drinks, and like you don't have a penis. You're uncomfortable.
No, I'm uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't want to be the girl.
Well, you chose to be the girl. I mean, that's
I did that as a favor, but. I could not watch that without thinking that they were gay the entire time, and this was the only way for them to do it. The way that it first started, I didn't see it coming at all. I didn't think that they were going to start the guy who played the girl. It came off like he got him that gift for his birthday of that video game, so that way he could fuck his friend. That's what it came off like to me.
Yeah. Well, no, didn't he get the gift for him? His friend got the gift.
Carl, his friend, got the main character a gift.
Oh, so you're saying he gave him the gift so that they could fuck.
So that he could fuck him. Yeah. So that way, like the friend who gave the gift wanted to get fucked by his friend.
Yeah, gotcha. Now, like one thing I don't get is why would you add that feature into a game? Like, it's just going to turn into a fucking game. It's not going to no one's going to actually fight if you can just fuck.
Well, we're in a capitalist society. I think more people would buy that.
That's what I'm saying. So why not just make like a fucking game instead of like trying to disguise it as a fighting game?
I don't know.
Like if you said like, hey, here's a game where you can fuck. It'd be like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. But I don't like fighting games. Like I don't play Street Fighter. I don't play Mortal Kombat. So I'm never going to try it. But like if you're like, hey, you could fuck in this game, I'll be like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. Even if it's a guy, I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it regardless. After I see what like happens when you put the goddamn VR chip on like the side of your forehead and then you warg. That's the Game of Thrones, right? Yeah, basically, you're literally warging. I don't want to do that. That looks like it because if there's a malfunction, your body is like stuck in there.
Yeah,
really a bad place to get stuck. I mean, like it's really nice, like Japanese dojos and stuff.
Yeah. And you just make love for the rest of your life.
Yeah. But
I mean, you know what is you have to have a spotter. You have to have someone nearby that can, like, if something goes wrong, they can take the chip out.
right. 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's gay. I think it's 100% gay. You can't go into a virtuality game and be a girl and then get fucked by a guy and say that you're straight. I'm sorry.
So, and you think it's gay for the other guy too?
That part's tough. That's the tougher part of the situation. One guy is definitely gay because you could see too he was trying to have sex with a girl and like it played like he couldn't stop thinking about either like the guy in the video game or the guy his best friend. Either way, he's thinking about a fucking guy.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
or he's thinking about himself being a girl. I don't know.
Yeah, either way, it's gay or something. But
It's all gay.
It's all gay.
All things gay.
Yeah. All right, that's fair. It kind of reminds me of like some kind of like KFC radio hypothetical where it's just like, would you fuck your buddy if it was like in the hottest chick in the world's body kind of thing?
That's exactly what it is. KFC radio question, and it's a good one.
Yeah, they made a whole fucking Black Mirror episode about it. But yeah, I mean, it ends where you know, him and his wife come to an agreement where once a year on the anniversary, he gets to go fuck his friend.
He gets to fuck his friend, and she gets to take the ring off and go to the bar and pick up a dude and get fucked. Which is pretty messed up because it's different. But
is it? Is it different?
I don't know. I mean, it's definitely different.
Yeah,
but like for
one can get you pregnant in an STD. The other is just like you wake up and then you just roll over and go to bed.
Right. So. They must have had a nice little agreement about it, whatever works for them. But it was excellent television. Is there any more like that? Is there any more gay Black Mirror stuff?
I have to go back and look. I think there's one about lesbian couple, which is pretty good. They kind of like a virtual reality world thing. I don't know. I mean, I think it's I want to, you know, obviously you have to cooperate and you have to watch, but I think it is a show that we should get into. Maybe just do like an episode kind of thing.
Yeah, I think we texted last night. You have to prioritize. I mean, Black Mirror I can get that done quick.
Right. Yeah, there's not many.
But this Big Little Lies show is obviously huge, and that's my bad for watching Black Mirror instead of Big Little Lies. But yeah, we'll watch one of them. I mean, I will. Yeah. You're all caught up with everything. I have to pick one. Because you're watching The Leftovers too. Real quick before we move on. Leftovers. Oh my God, I still have not gotten over how good the show is. I wake up every morning and just watch the same clips over and over again. And I can't spoil them because you haven't seen them yet. You have, but you don't remember them. Yeah. And then I keep hearing too, you're saying that nobody has seen this fucking show. So I don't want to spoil it for the Bomb Squad either.
Yeah.
Get on it. Watch this fucking show.
Honestly, it's one of the most criminally underrated shows.
It's the best fucking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's that good. It might be my favorite television show I've ever watched.
The more
the days go on since I've watched it, the more I like it more.
The only reason why I could see why people wouldn't want to watch it is just because, like, at the end of some episodes, I'm sitting there crying. Like, it's like legitimately. It's like between the music and what's going on, like, it can be depressing at times, but it's fantastic. Fantastically depressing.
And it's like, it's just like my uncle, who's I turned on to it too. So he just started season 3. Like they're like, now that I finished it, like the general thing is like, I'm so fucking confused. Like it's confusing, but there's really like, it's not confusing. That's the point. It's like, it's just, it fucking happened. 2% of the world disappeared. And it's just a show about how certain people cope with it. Like, you know, you can look to faith, you can look to fucking, you know, you can look to logic like Nora does. You can look to science like his ex-wife, Lori.
Yeah. Lori.
It's just like a whole, like everybody's going to deal with it differently, but the bottom line is that it happened.
Right.
And it's cool to see how it, like, you know, you're going to have like false prophets, but like maybe there's a real one, who knows? Because nobody knows what the fuck happened.
Yeah. Nobody knows. And everyone, like you said, everyone thinks they have their own explanation, but nobody really knows. So it's interesting. For those who don't know, I mean, about the show, he kind of just explained it. 2% of the world's population one day just disappears. Vanishes into thin air. No one knows. There's cars that just like drive into shit because the driver disappears. Like, you know, one of the characters is having sex with the girl and she just disappears.
Yeah.
like
there's one episode where like they show his kids are at like a science fair or something like that, and they're holding hands, holding that electric ball so your hair stands up and shit like that.
Yeah.
They're all laughing, having a good time. Then all of a sudden, like 2 people are gone that you're holding hands with, and they're just like looking around like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah. It's It's a crazy show. So definitely watch it out. Check it out. I mean, if
Please. So
it,
we're gonna spoil it like next week. So
once I catch up, we're gonna talk about it.
Watch the show. But anyway, Black Mirror. I'll take care of that this week. Good show.
Okay.
Classic 4-pack. Hit it. Kane. All right. Here's a pretty broad question. What's one of the stupidest things you've ever done? I've done a lot of stupid things. It's hard to pick one.
This one, I don't know if I've really told anybody about this, or at least not anyone that I talk to anymore.
Open up.
It's freshman year of college, right?
Good times.
Studying for Spanish final, right? I have it the next morning, and I'm in the library, and there's this girl in there who's a senior. This girl, Patty, Greek girl, gorgeous. She's like, "Oh yeah, no, I speak Spanish pretty well as a second language. Like, you should come over later. We can study." Right? Yeah, exactly.
You didn't go, did you?
I didn't go. I didn't go. For some reason, I was worried about passing Spanish. I don't know why. I mean, I'm terrible at Spanish, so that's maybe why.
Passing any classes, I mean, like, even if they're the most useless, Spanish is one of them. Like, it's tough. It's tough to fucking face failure. I get it.
No, so I mean, it still bothers me to this day. The next day, because she's like, "Oh yeah, I'll help you study, whatever." The next day, I texted her. I was like, "Hey, do you mind like helping me before this test?" She never answered. The day of the game. Yeah, I was just like, because I actually wanted help studying. Like, I don't know. Again, like looking back, who gives a fuck about like freshman year of Spanish?
She was offering you like she wanted the D.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, no, it's exactly what happened. And she friended me on Facebook or whatever. And it turns out like she had a boyfriend from a different school, and it just seemed like she was just trying to get as much dick as possible before she graduated, kind of deal. And like it was just like a layup, like it was there, and I just fucking swatted it into the stands.
I have a personal question.
Okay.
Because if I get the answer that I want, then I'm going to shove it down your throat. It's going to be hilarious. Did you have sex with any girl from college in your 4 years?
Yeah.
Yes. How many?
3.
3?
Wasn't very. Yeah. Not a very high success rate, but
because I don't think Joe did, which means that I had sex with more women than he did. He's straight. That was what I wanted to rub in. But.
Yeah, it was a lot of cold streaks in there.
You were the destination dormitory and household senior year, so yeah, you guys raked. I don't know, that was a stupid question, but Joe and I, we were just always guests. We didn't host anything because Mackenzie was our fucking 4th roommate, and we weren't allowed to have any parties. That fucking prick. Dude, what's the point of college and having a house if you can't have people over?
Yeah,
and he's just like, I ain't cleaning up any fucking mess. They're fucking loud. They spill. I'm like, you're a fucking asshole, Mackenzie.
And you guys like didn't really have any neighbors. Like we had that one neighbor who was always complaining about how loud
we were neighbors with the church.
Yeah, I guess, but like you weren't like directly connected to them, were you?
Mm-hmm.
Like you was. Oh, you were?
We were where the priests live, not the actual church, but like the little place where the priests hang out. Like we were next door neighbors, which it didn't matter. Like we still could have parties. They get it. They're Catholic priests. They fucking were going to the bar later anyway.
Yeah.
But like Mackenzie just didn't want people over because he wanted to watch TV or whatever.
Yeah.
And if people come over, then he's got to stay upstairs. He's just an antisocial fucking dick. As much as I love him like a brother, but he was a dick.
Yeah, I want to use that Brazzers password and just. I heard about that. Every time that you guys tried to use it, it was being used. And then
that was
downstairs with his belt open.
He would forget to put his belt back on, fucking zip up his flight. He'd trot down the fucking stairs, like clearly just jerked off. It's tough jerking off at a house of fucking 4 or 5 guys.
Because like whenever because like especially if you have like a communal living room where everyone hangs out, if you're gone for more than like 20 minutes, you're like, wonder where he is.
I had my strategy. It was pretty good. I had there's a bathroom all the way past the kitchen on the first floor. So we'd be watching TV, and I'm like, if there's nobody, like if I'm watching with somebody, I'd have the computer away from them, and I'd be watching porn right there.
Yeah.
Gay porn.
Really?
Straight up. Yeah.
It's ballsy.
Ballsy.
Unintended.
Yeah. And then I would just go and I kept like 4 or 5 socks in that bathroom in the cabinet where nobody looked, because nobody used that bathroom to like brush their teeth or anything. It was just straight up piss or shit bathroom. And now I'd have them ready to go in fucking 2 minutes.
So if I opened let's say I open the medicine cabinet, it'd be filled with cum socks.
You would just see socks, and then I don't know if you'd want to grab them or not. You wouldn't know they were cum socks unless you grabbed them. So otherwise, they're just like, why are there socks in here? Like, I don't know. Case closed. Nobody would want to look into it. But if you felt them, they'd be like, they're fucking rocks.
Yeah. That's no, I mean that's a good strategy, I guess. When you just go in 2 minutes, bang, bang, boom.
It was flawless. It was absolutely flawless. But anyway, all right. So mine, I've done a lot of stupid things. I wrote down one. I've definitely told on here before, but trying to bring barbecue sauce, 2 gallons of it onto an airplane was probably the dumbest thing I've done. I was just, in hindsight, not knowing at all, like just really like underestimating what happened on 9/11.
Thanks, Bin Laden.
Yeah, thanks, Bin Laden. I just figured it would, like I've said it a million times in this thing. I just didn't think it was that big of a deal. That was such a problem.
It was sealed, right?
It was sealed. It was just 2 gallons of barbecue sauce containers that fit into my suitcase for samples. And it set off the fucking terrorist light on the goddamn TSA conveyor belt. I got taken back to this room and they were just like, it was like, thank God I got to the airport so early, but they were looking at me like I was a fucking like gonna kill somebody.
Yeah.
It's fucking barbecue sauce. I'm sorry.
Were you planning on drowning the pilot barbecue sauce, like waterboarding?
It didn't matter. Logic is thrown out the window. Whenever this certain alert is set off by the fucking security check, you are a terrorist until proven otherwise.
Yeah,
that's it. I was able to like kind of swoon my way. I'm like, look, I'm going on a fucking trip to go sell barbecue sauce. What I do for a living, I sell barbecue sauce. I'm sorry. And then I got to check it, and then it was disaster after that, as everybody knows. It just opened my fucking suitcase after I got it off the carousel, and they opened it and didn't close it. The barbecue sauces. So it's just 2 gallons. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like you have to look through the barbecue sauce. I mean, like they can't even if it was sealed. I mean, like you can't underestimate terrorists. You can't just be like, oh, it's sealed. It's all good. They had to fucking open it, look through it, and dump barbecue sauce all over the place. They're probably pissed that they had to look through barbecue sauce, and they're like, fuck this guy. Don't even put the fucking lid back on. Just fucking zip it up and throw it back into the plane.
Well, it could have been also. I mean, you checked the bag, right?
No, I tried to get through
but
regular security.
Afterwards, though, you hit the check it, right?
After I checked, yes.
So sometimes what happens with because this happened to my parents once. They bought a bottle of rum. They went like somewhere on vacation, and I guess the change in temperature, the bottle like exploded. It gets really cold and like really hot kind of deal. So
that's easily what could have happened.
Yeah.
But it was a lesson learned. I mean, don't bring barbecue sauce on a fucking airplane, man. Like that's it. I thought they would look at me. They'd be like, oh, look at this guy. He's a white guy. Nice. He seems nice. You know, he's dressed in his business casual attire. He's barbecue sauce. He's a barbecue sauce salesman.
Barbecue sauce. It's not cyanide or anything. I mean,
who cares? But no. Full on disaster. I thought I was never going to be able to fly again. Like I was sitting there, like I was so upset. Like I'm so sorry. If I could do it all over again, I would have never fucking brought the barbecue sauce. But I can't go do a sales pitch to a customer with no fucking product.
Yeah. So what did you say? The customer's like, well, I had barbecue.
I told them the whole story, and they laughed. They were like, I totally understand. Just mail us a sample.
Yeah.
Like, okay, wish I knew that beforehand. Sorry. Because the funniest part, too, was at the end when I fucking realized that there's barbecue sauce all in my suitcase. I tried to throw it in the garbage can, and there's a cop looking right at me. And I was thinking to myself, like, there's somebody watching from a control room that just saw me put a suitcase in a trash can.
You did it at the airport?
At the airport. At the arriving airport that I was at. I got it, realized it was filled.
Yeah. Yeah, leaving bags at an airport's it's pretty much frowned upon.
Right. That's what I realized. So I told him, and then I went up to the cop. I was like, listen, I just threw a suitcase away. Barbecue sauce is everywhere. It's a disaster. Told him the whole story, and he just giggled, and he's like, I smell it. Like, you reek of barbecue sauce. Like, yeah. So, but that was one of the, I've done a lot of stupid things. I'm a pretty stupid guy. So things tend to go stupidly for me. But I'm not smart enough to think of the stupid things I've done.
I don't think you're stupid. I just think you do stupid things. There's a difference.
Yeah, it's called being a guy.
Yeah. Sometimes you just don't think shit just happens. You just do it. Like, right. Sometimes you don't think like, hey, come back to my apartment to study means we're not actually going to study.
Right.
Or sometimes you think, oh, I could bring 2 gallons of barbecue sauce on a plane, and no, you can't.
And then all of a sudden you're fucking Bin Laden.
Yeah. Thomas Bin Laden.
I thought they're gonna bring in like the FBI and like like fucking bring the heat.
Yeah.
That was so funny. I was like, they totally believe me. They're just like, listen, buddy, like you can explain yourself all you want. It doesn't matter. Like the barbecue sauce set off the red alert on our security. Like that shit gets sent to people. And like it's in their hands now. So it doesn't matter that you're a barbecue sauce salesman trying to bring barbecue sauce to the plane. Right now, it might as well be fucking bombs.
Yeah.
I was sitting there just like, oh. Can we do a little profiling here, please? Yeah. Anyway,
crazy.
Let's get to our second question here. The 4-pack. You're the last person on earth out of nowhere. Snap of the fingers. That's it. What do you do?
I probably get back to jerking off. I probably see how many different places I could jerk off in.
Sadly, I have rubbed one out.
See, man. Like, what are you gonna do when you're by yourself? There's nothing you can do. I mean,
I live by myself, and most of the time, I'm rubbing one out. Yeah,
jerking off. Yeah, I mean, maybe like I guess you can go to like a grocery store and just walk around and eat anything you want, kind of deal. Like maybe that's the inner fat kid in me speaking. But yeah, I mean, I just want to be like, you know what? I want to go jerk off in the White House. Or like I want to
traffic.
Yeah, no, you get there in probably an hour and a half, just going 150 down 95.
Yeah,
unless like they leave their cars, like it's kind of a leftovers thing where they're like, so that might
the cars are there. That would be a problem for sure.
But I could just like hijack a plane. Oh, I mean, now I'm on a watch list for saying that. I'm on the internet, but like, hey, listen, there's no one there. Like, yeah, I'll drive to the airport. I'll go see if I can get a plane started. Maybe they leave the keys up in the visor, like you see in the movies.
You're trying to fly a plane.
Fuck it, why not? What am I gonna do by myself? I mean, I'm
fucking not do that
by myself for the rest of the time. I mean, like, listen, if I go out in a blaze of glory, okay, then there's no people left. I mean, it's not like I could reproduce the earth. I'm by myself.
There's no TV.
I can't get my hand pregnant.
Yeah, I mean, like, how long do you think it would take for you to realize that you're probably the last person on earth? I would be in denial for at least like a couple weeks.
I would definitely like travel around and see if I could find someone else. Be like, hey, is anyone else here? No, nobody. Okay, I guess I'm just starting jerking off.
Yeah, yep, that's what I would do.
I don't know, man. That's a weird situation to think about.
I would go to the supermarket, like you said too. I would go get a lot of food. I would live my life. I mean, like, I think the PlayStation would work. Like I wouldn't have PlayStation Live, but I could just put a game in there and play it. I have a classic PlayStation 1. I could play Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if there's nobody working at like the power facilities and you lose electricity.
That's true. I'd have to go steal a generator.
Yeah, and then you have to have the gas for the generator.
I can go get that, no problem.
You can get that, but the problem with gas is after like, I don't know, 5-10 years, I'm pretty sure it just like decays and doesn't work anymore.
I'd have to go become an oil man then. I would probably move to Texas and be an oil man and live my life what I do now, but I'd have to fucking get like a rig and learn how oil works. And
instead of, if you want to be more environmentally friendly, you get a bunch of hamsters, put them on a wheel. Let them power the generator.
The environment can go fuck itself at this point. If I'm the only guy left.
Yeah, that's true.
Fucking burn it to the ground. Fucking do whatever. I would have an unlimited supply of cigarettes and an unlimited supply of beer. So that's huge.
Yeah, that's true. But then what's the fucking goddamn it Grand Slam?
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, but I mean, what's the point? Like, I guess you drink by yourself now, but like just drinking every. Yeah, I guess it's not much different.
I pretty much live this life now. I'm the only person left on Earth. Like me talking to you is like it's like time traveling.
Yeah. Whoa. A couple of homeless people sprinkled in there, but that's about it.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd find a way. I'd be all right for a couple of years. I'd probably. Yeah, I mean, like, man, it would suck. Like, I would love to go to Six Flags, but like, if there's no operators and stuff, like people to start the rides, I can't.
Right. Yeah, because what happens? You start it, you hop on, and then it doesn't stop. You're just stuck on a roller coaster for all of eternity.
I don't know how they work.
I don't know either. That's the thing. I guess there's a start button and a stop button, but how do you need someone to hit the stop button?
I would go to Yankee Stadium and like
run the bases.
Run the bases for sure. That would be awesome. I would do a lot of cool stuff. I would do a lot of cool stuff.
I would get like a tee and just put it on home plate and see how far I could hit it. Just take bat practice. I mean, I'm sure they have some kind of pitching machines there, like a loading thing. I'd bring that out there, just play baseball by myself. That'd be pretty cool.
I'd steal a lot of batteries. I would take any batteries I find and just live on battery power stuff. It wouldn't be that hard. I'd be fine.
Yeah, figure it out.
As you know, as being gay, I can get laid whenever I want. I choose not to because it's overrated. Sex in general, in my opinion, is overrated.
Yeah, you just get one of those like fleshlight things. There you go. You fuck that.
That's no problem.
Just fuck a fleshlight.
I can't reproduce anyway. But maybe there's got to be a scientific way. Maybe you could read a couple books and find a way to like make a baby without a person.
Oh, well, you need an egg. You got the sperm. You need an egg. Right. Here's a question for you, hypothetical. Let's say you're one of two people left on Earth and the other is a female. Would you reproduce?
Oh, yeah.
You'd have to, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not like completely fucking appalled from women's looks. I don't prefer it at all.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, if she's fat, like, I'd probably be like, you know what? Let's just call it quits. It was meant to be.
So you won't fuck a fat girl, but you fuck a regular girl.
Yes, a regular. Well, that's a terrible word to put it. A regular girl, fat girls, regular girls too. But like fat girls. I'm just making a joke, but like, I'm gonna go jerk off, give you the cum, and you make it work. How about that? Just shove it in there.
In your cup. Yeah, all right. You stand on your head. I'll pour.
Yeah, sex is impossible to have without being intimate, unless I guess it's doggy style. But even then, like, just the fat, it's like fucking a Jello mold. I don't want to do that. If I had to. I still probably physically couldn't because of high blood pressure and just like you're a fat girl. Like you're the two things I do not want right now. I'd rather fuck a pig. But yeah, I'm sorry for bashing fat girls.
I feel like it would be like, when guys go to prison, like they don't have any other options. So they end up fucking guys. Like if you're just like stuck on Earth with a girl, eventually you're going to want to fuck her.
Yeah, that's fine. I could probably fuck girls now, to be honest. Maybe. I probably could if you're good enough. But
so let's say, I mean, like if there's like some porn company wants to hire you for whatever reasons, like we only want you to do straight porn. Like, would you do it for money? They just like, not that they ever would, but
I wouldn't do porn.
No,
in general. I don't want my flab all over camera. I look great with a t-shirt on. I mean, look at this. Look at me.
Yeah, very svelte.
But the moment this comes off, it's gross. Terrible looking. I'm a walking Potemkin village. I don't need that exposed in the porno world.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. Sorry to the fat girls out there if there's any listening. Lose weight. Question number 3. If you could delete any website, which one would you delete?
Twitter.
Yeah, that's the big answer. I would love to delete it and see Tom Bassinger just fucking like not have a platform.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I don't really use Twitter at all. Like occasionally I'll go on if I like run out of stuff to look at on Instagram, but it's like nothing good comes from Twitter.
I get my news there, but it's all biased news.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's just all biased news and just toxic fucking conversations. Like that whole thing when during the Stanley Cup playoffs when Barstool sponsored the rally towels at the Bruins games. And people were saying like, "Oh, who are you going to get next? The KKK to like sponsor like just like this for no reason, just like this toxic."
I 100% agree. Like, plus, like, listen, people hate Trump. He's like people fucking despise him. But I'd like to know if he does something good or not. I don't know whatever he does is if it's good or bad. It's all bad.
Well, it depends what news channel you watch. If you watch Fox News, everything he does is good. If you watch, NBC, everything.
If I watch C-SPAN, which is as neutral as possible, they're just showing government hearings. I don't want to watch that. Fucking boring as shit.
Yeah.
Like, I just wish he would, like, if he did something, like, it's just no matter what he's going to do, the better, like, if it's a positive thing, like, people are going to hate it even more. I would just like it to be like, I just have fucking, this is what happened. Here's why it's good. Here's why it's bad. But no, if he does anything, it's just like he needs to be impeached. Like, fuck. Like, I don't know what's the truth. You guys are overreacting to every single thing. Not just him, but for fucking sports. For everything is just a straight up crazy overreaction.
Yeah. No, it's because that, in this day and age, there's so much information going around. You got to catch people's attention. You got to use, like super, like
powers.
drastic, like, you know, like this is the best, this is the worst. Like there's no like, oh, that was pretty cool. It's like, no, this was amazing. Like, you gotta just use like very strong
Passenger. You gotta be, oh, you know what? Mike Allstott wasn't that good.
Yeah,
Like,
controversial takes. What I was trying to say, like, you know, not even controversial, just like strong. You have strong takes.
stupid takes.
You can't be like, you know, I think Mike Allstott was okay.
Yeah,
No one's gonna fucking care what you say.
People, like, there are things that everybody likes, and like there are people who have to just go point out the reasons why they're not as great as people think they are, and you could be that guy. And then people like me will take the bait. Only on things like that, like the political stuff, I just fucking laugh at this point, because it's just, there's nut jobs out there, dude. Nut jobs on every single side of the political platform, right, left, center, midfield. I don't fucking know. It's just like, there are people out there who like legitimately want fucking fascism. Like, why not?
Hey, let's give it a shot.
Stop it. Stop even bringing that up. Like, I get you want to be different, but bringing up fascism is a terrible idea. Last time that happened, we had Nazis in World War II.
Yeah, it didn't work out well last time. A lot of people died. A lot of Jews.
Nope. And then we learned from that one thing. I forget what it was, but it was the fact that you brought up that the Holocaust wasn't even close to being the worst disaster in humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Communism was in Russia. People want that back.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, that's a whole other conversation, but yeah, neither of them were good. No.
Everything's good right now. I can have a cold beer in my hand and talk to you on the computer. Like, nice. But I mean, kind of, I was going to say Twitter, but I had a feeling you would say either Twitter or Facebook. I just put Deadspin. They kind of encapsulate what's wrong with everything.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, for a while, like way back when, they were similar to Barstool. And
yeah, they were funny.
Like, yeah, they would have some funny articles and post pictures of girls and stuff, which I know you don't care about. But like, and now, like, out of nowhere, once they realized that Barstool was better than them at that, they decided that they have to like be the Barstool police.
The police
call them out for everything.
Not even just Barstool. It's policing Twitter. They're the people that make Twitter they make you want to delete it because of the people at fucking Deadspin.
They're the worst people. Those are the people like back in the day when you be in like third grade and someone raised your hand like, Mrs. Jones, like Tom has gum. He's chewing gum.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, Susie?
Yeah.
Like, I would have given you a piece, but now you're gonna go be a bitch and rat on me.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
And imagine living that life where you have to constantly keep your eyes open for things to like
get mad about.
Yes.
Like, so like, who cares? Like, I don't care enough about anybody to like get mad at something they do. I really don't.
And then half of them, like, they just speak on behalf of things that they don't know about.
Yeah.
That's the most frustrating part.
And most of these guys, like, who's that? I forgot that one guy that was at Deadspin that was talking shit about them. And then like Nate went back and looked through his Adam C. Best. Yeah. Who was just like making awful like rape jokes and like jokes about fat girls.
He was fucking awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was just like, he was dropping faggot like it was like the word the.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's over here like saying that the Barstool are terrible people. And it's like, well, dude, go look at he deleted like 10,000 tweets or something.
Isn't that insane?
That's
like
crazy.
Over 10,000 tweets. He had to spend all night deleting all of his history.
Yeah. Just the amount of time that takes to just go back, like, well, that's not good. That's not good.
You did it to yourself, dude. Like, what are you, Mr. Flawless? Like, god damn, like, just shut the fuck up, people. Just calm down and just let shit if it offends you, just fucking move on.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just go just again, if there wasn't Twitter, people wouldn't be looking at all this stuff getting offended.
If I don't get offended by it, it's going to get worse. It's like, no, if you fucking ignore it, it's going to go away.
Yeah. Yeah. People say that shit most of the time to get reactions.
Right. So the less you react to it, the more likely it is to go fucking away. You morons. You're so fucking stupid. Anybody with a blue check mark, I'm fucking skeptical about for the most part on this stupid Twitter.
So that advice you just gave, take that and use that for Tom Bassinger, whatever the fuck his name is. Just ignore him. He'll go away. Don't worry about him.
I unfollowed him, so.
Okay. Good. That's the straw that broke the camel's back. Now he's going away.
Yeah, fuck him. Fucking asshole. Thomas Bassinger. Question number 4. Final question to wrap up the show. Which company has the worst fucking commercials?
This one again might not be the most relatable, but I can't remember if it's they're always on during the Yankee game. I can't remember if it's Memorial Sloan Kettering or like Montefiore or something. But there's just one commercial about these babies that were born like conjoined at the head,
Oh God.
and like they like went to this hospital and they did this like procedure to like separate them. Now they're fine, which is cool, but it's just like they always have these commercials like that, all these like crazy illnesses that they fix.
How often does this happen, guys? Once a year, maybe?
Yeah, well, they show the commercials 3 times a fucking game, and I'm sitting there, I was just like, I get it, like it's cool, they save these little kids' lives. Like, I don't want to see this every like.
What percentage of Yankee fans are sitting there watching the ball game and they have Siamese twins conjoined at the head, babies, and they see that commercial? They're just like, honey,
you gotta come see this.
you have to see this, honey. Nobody.
Yeah,
Less than 1%.
no, I agree. It's bizarre, but yeah, I don't know. I don't want to see that during a Yankee game. Like,
No.
Again, like, and even just like medical anomalies, yeah, anomalies like that just kind of like skeeve me out. I know it's fucked up, like.
No, it's fine. They're just like, I know you don't want to see it, but
Yeah, it's just like for shock value, it almost feels like. And it's not even like the commercial itself is annoying, it's just they show it so much. And it's just like, I get it. Like they were joined at the head. And they keep showing the picture of these little babies joined at the head. It's fucked up. I don't want to see this.
it's horrible. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I feel
What do you
bad
want me to do
happened.
about it, man? I work at Restaurant Depot. Like, I fucking give you my money.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
understanding your customers. Go fucking advertise in golf with this shit.
any money I give you will have no, like, I don't have enough money to like help those babies. You know, however much, whatever this surgery entails, like my money will not, like maybe it'll buy a scalpel that they can start the incision with. Maybe. Yeah. Who knows what the medical fucking.
Well, if you donate $7 to that cause, I'd say $6 of it goes into the doctor who's performing the surgery's pocket. Like, no, 4, and then like 3 of it goes to the hospital, and then a couple cents go to the actual like research of whatever. But yeah, you can't be doing that during Yankee games.
No.
Yeah,
it's just a buzzkill, man. Like I don't need that. I don't need you to bring me down like that.
Mine is I think it's the obvious one. Like the worst commercials ever. Can you take a guess at the worst commercials of all time that come on every single fucking thing that you're watching, every commercial break?
Geico?
Chevy.
Oh.
Fuck Chevy. Fuck Chevrolet. Mackenzie's a huge Chevy guy. Worst commercials of all time. I don't care if it's a good automobile. You and your JD Power Awards, shove them up your fucking ass. Nobody knows what a JD Power Award is.
They're made up.
Fucking nobody sits here and watches the JD Awards Power or whatever JD Power Awards ceremony.
Like a JD Power Award show? Like, can you like watch it? Can you?
I don't think so. They make it seem like it's like our car won like Best Picture last year. It's like what?
And again, JD, who's JD? Is he the one making all the decisions? Are there a couple people voting on this? Like, you know, I want to know. There's got to be, because I could say it's like, oh, you know, we won the TNT most popular podcast award.
Yeah, suck it. Like that's what they do. But they just act like everybody knows what a JD Power fucking trophy is.
Yeah, agreed. It's fucked up.
And it's just they do it way too fucking much. It's just every fucking goddamn commercial. It's like, oh, did you know that this was a Chevy? No, I thought it was the Ritz-Carlton. It's like, nope, it's a truck with 15 JD Power Awards. Well, nobody knows what that is, you fucking scumbags. Stop it. Like, stop spamming us.
Apparently, they have awards for everything: cars, electronics, financial services, healthcare, homes, insurance, retail, travel. But I'm trying
to go there and think, I heard you won 15 JD Power Awards. I'm interested in your product. Like, nobody. It's not an Oscar. It's not a fucking Emmy. It's just a made up whatever the hell it is. I mean, like, I'm sure other cars win it, but they're not fucking rubbing it in our faces. It comes off as desperate tones. It comes off as desperate. It's like that movie that's nominated for 8 Golden Globes, but it didn't win any of them. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. So apparently, this guy, JD, Dave Power III, established JD Power and Associates from his kitchen table with his wife.
Did he work for Chevy?
No, his first client was Toyota.
Yeah.
And
the
then,
Japs.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't. This guy's bullshit. I don't know. I mean,
I'm never getting a Chevy. I mean, years ago I decided that. Like, after all these commercials, when it came down, like we brought up before, when it came time for me to actually have to buy a car, I went straight to the Ford dealership because of your stupid JD Power Award commercials during football. You know what it's like being down 35-3 in the second quarter and have 4 consecutive JD Power Award Chevy commercials? Yeah. You wish them death. You say some awful things about that company. We're losing because of you.
I don't give a fuck about your Hemi.
I know. You won your JD Power Awards. I get it. Stop it. Give somebody else a chance to fucking advertise. Christ's sake. But anyway, my computer's about to die, so I have to stop.
Okay.
We got to wrap up the show. Tones, any post-show thoughts?
No. Hopefully it's not another 165 hours before we come back.
No. We'll be back next Saturday or Sunday. Hope you enjoyed this one, Bomb Squad. Have a good week. We'll talk to you soon.